guys, oh, hide my yucky keyboard. I got hot glue everywhere. It's Lily, of course. I haven't done like a normal project share for a while. I've been busy. So I have like many smaller things to show. I've been up to no good and good and whatnots. So I will try to show some of what I've done. It's more smaller projects this time, not a big canvas, but I'm kind of brewing on another one. So, well, let's see. This altered spool I just made just after I came home from Florida, and it's made very smart, a very clever way. I'll show you. See, I haven't altered this one yet. Let's see. I used these, which I got in the warehouse. I believe they are actually candle holders or something, but they come like this, two different sizes, there and there, two different packages. So I bought one of each. Okay, because what I saw, if you take one of these and one of these, and then you put a paper something in between, what you got a altar spool. So this is the big size, if you can see the bottom there, and I actually took a toilet paper roll, you can see that, and put pretty paper, and this is from the calligrapher or the engraver line, I'm not sure, I can't remember. And since I just came home, I wanted to finally play with my goodies, so I used a couple of the Prima flowers I got. I used some of the goodies just after, which is in the store, in Shablicious, these cherry blossoms. Let's see. See them? And they come with these little ones, so you can cut them apart and you kind of arrange them just like you want. And then these leaves here, which you can just squeeze, they come there around when they come, and you just squeeze them. And here's another kind of flower down there. Actually, my light is a little too bright. There you go, you can see it all better. And there's one of the birdies I got. And acrylic flower. Now that was in my stash from before. Got it from Natasha. Little one of the padded butterflies. And this Prima bird nest. I love these. They're so cute. And then I think I got this trim here. I'm not sure. Joann's or Michael's, I think. So I used that to finish up the edge there, and I also covered the bottom there, so I had something to put the decoration on. So that's my little spool. And of course I didn't need to decorate it down here, but I was kind of like a little bit of crafting abstinence. I didn't get to craft enough when I was in Florida. Even though we did a little bit, I just didn't have time, you know, when we had other stuff to do. So I had to make some when I came home. So that's that one. And let's see, let's get this away. And then I got some balsa boxes, which I have done, of course. So let's see this one. This one I know is the engraver paper line, which Trisha gifted me. Let's go all the way. So it's just a little slight touch of gesso on it. A Prima butterfly, Prima flower, Prima flowers. I'm not used to saying Prima, so, and Prima bling. Whether this is some of the ones Diana gave me when I came to Florida, or some of those I bought, I'm not sure. So, and this opens up very easily with just, you know, tie it with a ribbon thing. And I took off the original stretchy band that was here because I find that so ugly. And then I put what do you call these? Gromlets? No, that's for the big ones. Well, you know what it is. Yeah, whatever. And then I put a button on top, which I just threaded some wire through it. You can see there. And the button underneath the original one is have a coating of Martha Stewart paint on it, as the same as the side. It's that champagne color, which is my favorite. And inside, what did I do there? I just painted it with the same paint, and I covered up the technical things here with a hydrangea flower, and I did that center. See? So that's that one. Probably keep it for a little while, and then I probably gift it to somebody who likes these colors or something. I don't know. Yeah. So that's that one. And then this bigger one here. I have one more, but I can't find it right now. This one here, it is the same color of paint. See, I'm addicted. I'm almost used it up already. And this here I used, what's it called? It's a Jolly Prima paper line. Oh my gosh, I forgot it. Okay, shoot, whatever. You recognize it now, I think. And I just covered the bottom with a velvet trim, in which I put a silver trim on top. And where the trim is started and ended, I just made a little bow. This applique here was gifted to me by Jacella a long time ago, and I cut it so it was adaptable to the box. And then I put a Prima flower on top, Chevalicious flowers here, and a bow, and this trim here, and that's it. You know, because the flowers are so delicate and pretty, and then this is just amazing, isn't it? Right? So you can see there. There's like no point in doing more in it. So, and it seems I can feel I put something in here. And inside I actually did some texture paste with that snow thingy paste, just to give it something. So, these were just very nice to store here. And this lace here, it's not expensive quality, so it's stiffer. It's one of the better ones to use as fillers in flowers. But this is a good use for lace like this, because it holds. Okay. And then I have wanted to make a wine cork tassel for the longest time. So I did. Let's see, I need to move a little bit. So there you go. It's not easy to get it all in shot at the same time. But I have layers upon layers of lace here. I did sew some beads on. I used some junk jewelry, some hoard wool stuff. This here, even a pen nib down here. A mini domino. This cool light bulb, Christmas light bulb, which Marta gave me. So you can see here, this is some of the beads I got in Florida. Just sewed them on. I colored the laces with tea. Pen nib. Really pretty laces. Different quality. Well, some sturdy and thick like this crochet one. More dainty, and some Venice. And now I can hear my son running in the stairs. I bet he's on the way here, so we'll see if he sees my no enter sign because I'm filming. I might be mistaken, he might not be coming at all though. Okay, so here's the bottle, and it's bottle, not bottle, wine cork. Itself, I covered it with paper. It's from the stationery desk from Prima. It says perfect. And on the top here, I actually took apart a bracelet I made ages ago because I wanted those buttons. See, they are mother of pearl, most of them, and the real deal. And then I put lace down here to cover up the seam between this part and this part, and then went around it with wire, which I just threaded pearls on occasionally. And then I finished it off with another piece of this same crochet laces down here. And how I did this, see here, this one is just with a lobster clasp, okay? But this here, I measured my lengths, and then I cut it in half, so I got the length I wanted after I have glued it. So I cut the double length. I put hot glue down here, and I just used one of these, these again to poke it down. Then I bent it over like so, pull it aside, and did another one and crisscrossed all over, so they got mixed up and not the same one close to each other. And then I cut them open because they were looped. Cut them open to the desired length. I figured that was the easiest way to do it. Okay. Then on top here, bottom part here, this is those gold things me and Janet got hold of. That was so shiny gold, it was almost blinding us, which we did the baking soda and the vinegar thing on salt. And this is how cool it came out. You see that? It was all gold. That was really cool, huh? And then I put, let's see, a decorated up with some more bling stones down there. I put glued down a dice, one of these flowers, and I think it originally came from a art cake. And this head here is the real dealio. Let's see, my light, it's too bright. See, the real deal there, and it's German. Come on, camera. It's German, and it is very old. I got it from Janet. She scored a whole of it on eBay. So I got some. So there's that. And I secured, before I put this whole thing here on top, I secured the hanging ribbon, which is elastic. So, which I just tied up in the top with a knot and put a little applique top on it. So that is the altered wine bottle. And Janet found like a huge bag of wine bottles in Goodwill one day we were there. So if you live in the US and you don't know where to go to get them, if you don't drink wine, you can get them there, or you can always go to a restaurant and ask if they can keep some for you, I believe so. And then because of Roseanne again, she did how many ATCs? I think it was 12 ATCs out of one piece of paper. She did all the stamping and spraying and coloring and texturing, and then cut it up and just decorated each and every one differently. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I wanted to do it, and I just shut down the video and went for it. And I had a ball because, you know, you get stuck to your own color theme, you know, like this or this. That's me, right? So, but it's so much fun to do something else. And when it comes to colors and sprays, I want to have all kinds of colors because I need to work with colors in between. So I went crazy. So each one came out a little bit differently because I worked with the background that was on each piece. So see here, I think I need a little bit more light for these. Yeah. Okay. So this one had a more pinkish background. It's all from the same sheet of paper from Melissa Francis paper I was just sick and tired of, and I thought, okay, let's go with it. So I sprayed and I stamped and I used texture paste. You can see the spraying behind there, and I just pulled out like a lot of small stuff, and after a time I always end up having like a big ball of just junk, I would say. It's not junk, it's just bits and pieces that don't belong and should be put back to its original place. So using that ball of knickknacks, I just set it here, had these paper pieces in front of me and started gluing and having fun. And in with them I used this, it's from Tim Holtz, this book of sayings. So, and this here is a shipper piece I got for my birthday last year, I think, from somebody, and it was just, you know, painted and had fun. This piece from Janet, just some flat back pearls to finish it off. This flower had a bad color, didn't like it. It was yellow and red, you can see if I open up. So I just went ahead and made it a pop, and it pops really well. Too much perhaps, but when you see it in overall, it's right. So, and then it's just finished up with a piece of ribbon on top, and it says soulful. And this little piece here is also from Janet. So, and as I said, you play with colors, and here's another ATC. And I love this bead, but I haven't been able to use it because, you know, it's yellow. Hello, I don't do yellow. I had these, I don't do yellow. Yellow flowers, yellow butterfly, and I thought, okay, let's bring out, because I had some more yellow spraying in the back here. And this here is the enamel glaze we got in the US. No, it's not, I'm lying. It's this one. I got this one in the US because I didn't have any yellow. And this is the pearl paints. I love the pearl paints, okay? I'm addicted to them so bad. So I just went ahead and went around, and here you can perhaps see it's from that attic something paper line from Melissa Francis. And just a little lace here which I sprayed, this butterfly which I just stickled up. I used this was white, which I just colored in with some alcohol inks. Very simple, right? And then this one is also, this one is more flat. I used one of these sayings. Really cool ones, just some corner pieces. And these ones that were given to me from Shannon. Hi Shannon. And I don't know who gave me this. This is like these clips, but since I have backed all the ATCs up with paper, you can't see that it's just slid under. And so I ended up with having these two rounds here, and I put a little bit of black doodad inside them, and then around the swirl again there is some stickles. Can you see that? So this one was like silver, black, and green, and the black I picked up from the wordings on the paper because it was more substantial. That's why I picked it up. And then we have a little prince here, or princess rather. Also same paper. I used a little spruce strip here, leftover. Oh no, these rose cluster doodads. Let's see, all there, you can see them, and it's just it got a little bit of that enamel glaze from Martha Stewart on, some snow tags. See if I can get to hold it properly still so you can see it. And a little bedding applique, and around the edges again, that is the glaze. And there is some I don't remember what kind of sprays I used on all of these, but you can see the shine, I hope, a little bit. So that's that one. And here's one in green, minty, yellow. And I went all around the edge with the micro beads. See, I love my micro beads. Really cool stuff, and doodads. And I used one of the sticker sheets I got in US as well in the Prima box. Really simple layout, nothing biggie. Another yellow. I think this is the one I like the least, but I think it's because of the depth of the green that it's a little bit mossy green, but I worked with what I had there, and that was the whole point of it. And you can really challenge yourself. I'm not sure what actually happened here. There's been some bleeding out color, but I don't mind. It makes it just so cool. And this flower here was just a leftover flower. There's a rock flower in the middle, and a very funky cameo, as you can see. And these little die cuts here is from Shannon again, and it says share a smile, and there's this lamb poking up and smiling. So that's that. And then here's another completely different one. You have the brick here with the texture paste, which I painted the bricks afterwards with a Martha Stewart paint. Butterfly is one of those padded ones. You can see it under there. But I went crazy with stickles and whatnots. And more of the little punches from Shannon. And scraps from my own lace stash. Leftovers from the store. This here again, I got the whole bag in Florida. One of the better things. It weighed a ton, but this is good stuff. So, and these pieces is from Natasha. So that's that one. And then my two favorite pieces. I was thinking about Marlene when I made this, and I think you can see it, even though I use gold for a change, but you know, it's the rock your art thing, and the vintagey buttons, the subdued colors but still colors, and a little bit of black scrolling around, and the sticker here have actually moved. I have to fix that, it's about to fall off, not good. And the vintage buttons, so, and there's one of my artsy leaves which I had fun doing, and I love just pouring glue and just dumping the micro beads on it. I love that stuff so much. This button is the same one as on one of the balsa boxes. So that's that one. And here's a steampunkish one. Yeah, I do that too, but I tend not to show everything I make, so I'm weird. Okay, so popping color again. Come on, why doesn't it focus? Hello. It's something with the glare of the light. There we go. Okay, so it was like bluish greenish up here, more yellow down here, and I thought, well, okay, I had to choose a little bit. I felt of what kind of color to use, and so I went with the yellow, and then I gave it the third accent with the orange sprays. This one was yellow, but I painted it with a Martha Stewart, and then I stickled it up even more with yellow. It's the same on the blue sign, and a couple of silver gears. You see the texture paste going on there. Oops. And what did I use on the outskirts here? I think I used the glaze again. Yeah, it's the glaze again, because it becomes slightly more dimensional than paint. Not sure if you can see that. It's hard to see. And finally, my favorite piece, and I love this one so much. So this one, my favorite. These buttons here. My son, he's soon 17 now, and he's been growing out a lot of clothes, and some of the jeans were like beyond repair or equal to Norwegian Goodwill or whatever. So I cut them up and took all the brads and the beads and the buttons and any kind of cool stitches and pockets and whatnot. So I went ahead and did that, and I have them stashed away, so I just pulled out a few of those. A little bit of a big flower center, a tiny little clothespin tucked in there. You see the prima brick wall there, and here we can see the texture that the Martha Stewart glaze and the micro beads makes together on the edge. Isn't that just the coolest? And you can see it, I used it on here as well. It's not glossy accent, but equal to it. I put that on the butterfly, and you can see how dimensional that is. Right, and then I went around the edge with the glaze and some stickles once it was dry. And let's see here, and this is that glaze, and really cool stuff. So, and it have a metal shimmer to it. Let's see. See, my camera is slightly off. Oh, come on. See that? Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of my favorite piece. And I managed to actually sign this one. And I know, okay, when I see this, there's many of you who's confused with my name, right? Because it's so difficult to say, right? But it's pronounced Lina Katrin Exet. Lina Katrin. And for ever of you that decides to call me Lina, I will shoot you because I hate it. So keep calling me Lily, please. Okay, I'm actually thinking about changing my name completely, officially. So, yeah. So that's the ATCs, the balsa boxes, the tassel, and then the spool. So that's just a little bit of what I've been doing, and now my desk is more or less filled with new stuff for the store, which I have to, fix and look at and manage and whatever, and I'm behind on doing videos and etc, etc, etc. So I have stuff to do, and I have a new canvas in works and other stuff I want to make. So videos projects are back in business. No more slideshows for a while at least. Okay, see you later guys. Bye.